Cherry, now that we are inside the movie theater, do you want to take off your mask?
No, this is my look.
Nora and Justin were at the movies as a result of the plotting by Cherry and Pete, who had switched their places. They also made sure that they wore masks so that they wouldn't get caught by Nora or Justin. To Nora's astonishment, she found Justin seated right next to her. Unaware of the fact that the kids were behind this seating arrangement, Nora thought Justin was following her, and Justin thought Nora was following him. Oh my god, what is this man doing here? Why is he stalking me? With panic looming in her head, Nora turned to get another look, only to meet Justin's piercing gaze on her. She tried to salvage the situation to avoid drama in front of Cherry. Mr. Hunt, you are here too. What a coincidence.
A coincidence? Yes, sure. We're watching the same movie in the same theater, sitting right next to each other. If this is not a coincidence, I don't know what is.
Mr. Hunt, I sense sarcasm in your tone.
Your senses are working very well, Miss Smith.
What is that supposed to mean?
I've warned you before. I'm not interested in you. So why bother?
Nora was seething at Justin's rude response. Excuse me, what makes you think I'm at all interested in you?
Are you telling me that you didn't follow me here?
I've never met a more self-involved man than you. You are not the center of the universe, Mr. Hunt.
But I seem to be the center of your universe.
Nora and Justin were shocked and annoyed to be seated next to each other, which grew into an argument. It disturbed a few people in the audience, so they yelled at them. Justin and Nora remained silent for a while before they started again.
Miss Smith, I'm sorry for being rude, but I can't help but think that you are using my son to get close to me. So I request you to stay away from us.
You take yourself too seriously. I am not trying to get close to you. You are not my type.
Then why are you following me around? Don't you have anything better to do, like, I don't know, taking care of your sick aunt?
Nora was now angry. Justin had hit a nerve by taking a jab at her personal life. Mr. Hunt, you better mind your own business. For the last time, I do not care about you. I just informed you about those tutors out of concern for that poor neglected child, and not you. Nora's voice attracted a lot of attention from the crowd.
Mom, please don't fight. Everybody's watching. Let's go.
With that, Nora and Pete left the movie theater. Pete, who was also upset with his dad, tried to console his mom. It was evening by the time they reached the hotel, and Nora had already put the incident at the back of her mind. She turned in early as she had to perform surgery on her Aunt Irene the next day. As soon as Nora went to bed, Pete texted Cherry. Pete waited for his sister's response patiently. Meanwhile, back at their suite, Justin went ballistic over what had transpired with Nora.
Pete, you are never to see that woman again.
But she's my mommy.
Cherry wasn't used to being reprimanded, so she broke out of her character. She simply couldn't let her mommy take the hit.
For the last time, she is not your mother, Pete. Is that what she asked you to call her? What an evil woman.
Don't say that about mommy. She's an awesome person. You are the bad guy. You are a bad daddy.
Cherry couldn't bear to hear her father talk ill about her mother and sprinted to Pete's room with tears in her eyes. Justin was greatly upset.
I was trying to help Pete come back to normal. Everything was going well until she butted in. Now I've made my son cry. Sir.
Justin's stream of thoughts was interrupted by his assistant, Lawrence.
What is it, Lawrence? It is Dr. Athena, sir. I've got information that she will be performing surgery tomorrow in the city. What? Is this true? 100%. I will catch her this time.
Justin was desperate to meet Dr. Athena, as he needed her expertise to treat his aunt. Little did he know that Dr. Athena was the same woman he argued with that afternoon. The next day, Nora made it to the hospital. Before she prepped for surgery, she stopped by Irene's hospital room only to meet Angela there.
I don't know why you are going ahead with the surgery, Aunt Irene. The chances of you surviving are very low, despite you throwing us out the other day. I took your reports to Dr. Larson. Even he said it is a tricky surgery, which won't be successful.
Mom, I am scared.
You should be. Without the surgery, Aunt Irene can at least live for 2 more months.
Don't listen to her, Lisa. I believe Nora. She must have arranged a good doctor for me.
Thank you for trusting me, Aunt Irene. You will recover in no time. The doctor I've arranged is sure of it.
Ugh. Even Dr. Larson couldn't come up with a solution, and he is one of the best in the country.
But not in the world.
You speak as though you have brought in Dr. Athena. Give it a rest, Nora. I know you are just pretending to care.
Stop it, Angela. You have no right to mock Nora for her efforts when you and your father didn't even care to look for a doctor.
Angela opened her mouth to counter Irene, but just then, the nurse entered. Hello, Mrs. Black. I hope you are feeling well. Before we take you to surgery, could you please sign this medical liability waiver form?
What? What is that?
It is nothing to worry about, Lisa. Just a formality.
Says the scion of the medical field.
Everyone ignored Angela's snarky remark. As Irene completed the medical formalities, Nora thought it was the right time to slip away and prepare for the surgery. Aunt Irene, I have some work now. I will be here when you wake up.
Okay, honey.
Yeah, you better leave before the doctor you brought in on Irene. So typical of her. Brace yourselves, Uncle Will and Lisa. Your precious Nora just left you in the lurch.
Nora didn't pay any heed to Angela and walked out. Angela's pessimistic attitude toward the surgery and doctor made Will and Lisa anxious.
Nurse, will my wife be all right? Is the surgeon any good?
Yeah, we can't lose our mom.
Sir, your wife is in good hands. Dr. Athena is one of the most accomplished neurosurgeons in the world.
What did you just say? Dr. Athena is here.
Yes, Miss Smith. She is operating on Mrs. Black. Didn't you know? A skeptical Angela took the form just to make sure what the nurse said was true.
This can't be true. How did Nora manage to bring Dr. Athena here?
You have to ask her that.
I should have never doubted Nora.
Told you she will do us good. And Will, if I don't make it, please don't blame her.
I won't, darling. I promise. And please don't say you won't make it. You will. I know now.
The nurses took Irene for surgery while Angela was still in shock.
How did Nora manage to find Dr. Athena?
Angela scampered out of Irene's room and went around the hospital looking for Nora. Does she find out that Nora is Dr. Athena? Does Nora save her Aunt Irene?
Hi, Nora here. If you are wondering what happens next, then download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of Saving Nora Now with the link in the description.